Hello students, today we'll see the second unit in history, that is ancient civilizations. The next heading is metal tools and weapons. The Harappans used charred blades, copper objects and bone and ivory tools. They did not possess knowledge about iron. The tools and equipments such as points, chisels, needles, fish hooks, razors, weighing pans, mirror and antimony rods were made of bronze. The chisels made out of Rory chert were used by the Harappans. Their weapons included arrows, spears, a chisel-bladed tool and axe. The bronze image of dancing girl from Mohenjo-daro is suggestive of the use of lost wax process. Rory chert refers to the chert, raw material collected from Rory in Pakistan. It was used by the Harappans for making blades. The Harappans used both stone and bronze tools. Now we are going to learn about the metal tools and weapons used by the Harappans. So they used chert blades. Chert blades is nothing but it is a silica stone. It is a type of silica stone. Copper objects and bone and ivory tools. They didn't know about iron. The tools and equipments they used are chisels, needles, fish hooks, razors, weighing pans, mirror and antimony rods. So these are all the tools which are made up of bronze. And then the chisels made out of Rory chert were also used by the Harappans. So these are all the tools which are made by the Rory chert. So the tools included arrows, spears, chisel-bladed tool and axe. The bronze image of dancing girl from Mohenjo-daro is suggestive of the use of lost wax process. So in Mohenjo-daro they get an image of a dancing girl. So while seeing this, we came to know that Harappans have the knowledge of this lost wax process. In Pakistan, there is a place called Rory, and there we can get a raw material. The name of the raw material is chert. That's why it's called as Rory chert. It was used by the Harappans for making blades. So the Harappans used both the stone and bronze tools. The next heading is textiles and ornaments. The Harappans used metal and stone ornaments. They had knowledge of cotton and silk textiles. They made carnelian, copper and gold ornaments. Faience, stone burr and shell bangles were also used. Some of them had etched designs and the Harappans exported them to the Mesopotamia. So the Harappans used the ornaments which is made up of metal and stone, and they had the knowledge of cotton and silk textiles. They made copper and gold ornaments and shell bangles were also used by them, and also they exported them to the Mesopotamia. Trade and exchange. The Harappans had close trade links with the Mesopotamians. Harappan seal have been found in the West Asian sites, namely Oman, Bahrain, Iraq and Iran. The cuneiform inscriptions mention the trade contacts between Mesopotamia and the Harappans. The mention of Meluha in the cuneiform inscription is considered to refer to the Indus region. So the Harappans had the trade link with Mesopotamians, and the seals of Harappans can be seen in the following sites. They are Oman, Bahrain, Iraq and Iran. So the trade between Harappan and Mesopotamian are mentioned in the cuneiform inscription. In that inscription there is the name Meluha is mentioned, and that refers to the Indus region. Weights and measures. The Harappans developed a system of proper weights and measures. Since they engaged in commercial transactions, they needed standard measures. The cubical chert weights are found at the Harappan sites. The copper plates for weighing balancers have also been found. The weights point to their knowledge of the binary system. The ratio of weighing is doubled as 1:2, 4:8, 16:32. These are the weights of Harappan civilization, and this is a balance which is made up of copper, that is copper balance from Mohenjo-daro. So Harappans used proper weights and measures because they are engaged in commercial transactions. So there is a need to use the proper weights and measures. And also the cubical chert weights are found at Harappan sites. They use the weighting balancers which is made up of copper plates is also found. Seals, sealings and scripts. The seals from various media such as T-type, copper, terracotta and ivory are found in the Harappan sites. They were probably used in the trade activities. The Harappan script is not yet deciphered. Now we are going to see about the seals, sealings and scripts of the Harappan people. So this is a seal with a script. Okay. So the seals are from steatite, copper, terracotta and ivory. So these are found in the Harappan sites. Why they want to use these seals? They want to use this for the trade activities. About 5,000 texts have been documented from the Harappan sites. Some scholars are of the view that the script is in Dravidian language. So they have found a 5,000 text in the Harappan sites. So the scholars are saying that the script is in Dravidian language. So these are all the terracotta toys. The next heading is arts and amusement. The terracotta figurines, paintings on the pottery and the bronze images from the Harappan sites suggest the artistic skills of the Harappans. Priest king made of steatite and dancing girl made of bronze, both of them from Mohenjo-daro, as well as stone sculptures from Harappa, Mohenjo-daro and Dholavira are the important objects of art. Toy carts, rattles, wheels, tops, marbles and hopscotches made in terracotta suggest the amusement of the Harappan people. So now we are going to learn about the arts and amusement of the Harappan people. So we have learned that the terracotta figurines and the paintings on the pottery and the bronze images. So through this we came to know about the artistic skills of Harappans, and also we have seen that the priest king, a male image and also a dancing girl. So both of these are made up of bronze, and this founded in the place of Mohenjo-daro. So through this we came to know about the art culture of Harappan people. Religion. The Indus people had a close relationship with nature. They worshipped pipal trees. Some of the terracotta figures resembles the mother goddess. Fire altars have been identified at Kalibangan. The Indus people buried the dead. Burials were done elaborately and evidence for cremation also been found. So they have a close relationship with the nature, and also they worship the pipal trees. Pipal trees means arasamaram. Okay, and some of the terracotta figurines, terracotta structures, they resembles the mother goddess, and also fire altars found in Kalibangan. So they buried the dead people. Buried means pudaikirathu. Okay, so burials were done elaborately and evidence for cremation has also been found. Cremation means taganam pandrathu solvaanga illaya, that is cremation. Original inhabitants and their culture. The authors of the Harappan civilization are not known, since the script has not been deciphered. One school of thought argues that they spoke the Dravidian language. The archaeological evidence shows movement of the Harappans to the east and the south after the decline of the Indus civilization. It is probable that some of the Harappan people moved into different parts of India. Only the decipherment of the script can give a definite answer. So the author of Harappan civilization is not known and their script has not been deciphered. Deciphered means understandable. So has not been deciphered means the script is still not understandable. We cannot understand the meaning of the script. That's why we don't know about the Harappan civilization much more. So one of the thought argues that the Harappan people spoke the Dravidian language. And also the archaeological evidence. What the archaeological evidence is telling that the movement of Harappans to the east and south. So they moved to the east and south after the decline of Indus civilization. So still there may be Harappan people moved to different parts of India. But if the script decipherment is known, then only we can get a definite answer. If the meaning of the script is known, then only we can get an accurate answer. Indus civilization had more than one group of people. Several groups including farmers, pastoralists and hunters-gatherers lived in the Indus region. The Indus region had villages and large towns. The population was mixed. The period of the civilization has been divided into early Harappan starting around 3300 BC and continuing to 2600 BC, and mature Harappan are the last phase civilization from 2600 to 1900. The later Harappan existed up to 1700 BC. So Indus civilization has more than one group of people and they were farmers, pastoralists and hunter-gatherers. So they are lived in villages and towns. The population was mixed. That is, the farmers, pastoralists and hunter-gatherers are mixed in the population. So this civilization, the period of this civilization is divided into early Harappan, mature Harappan and later Harappan. So early Harappan, so the period of this early Harappan is 3300 BC to 2600 BC. And mature Harappan is from 2600 to 1900 BC and later Harappan is 1700 BC. The last heading is Decline of Indus Culture. The Indus civilization and its urban features started declining from about 1900 BC. Changes in climate, decline of the trade with Mesopotamia and drying up or flooding of the river Indus, foreign invasion were some of the reasons attributed to the collapse of this civilization and for the migration of people in southern and eastern directions. It did not completely disappear. It continued as rural culture. So now we are going to see about the decline of the Indus civilization. So the Indus civilization and its urban. So it started declining from 1900 BC. So what are all the reasons for the declining of this Indus culture? The changes in climate and also the decline of the trade with Mesopotamia. So they had a trade link with Mesopotamia, right? So there is a decline. So this is also a reason. And also drying up or flooding of the river Indus. Okay. Foreign invasion. Invasion means padayedappu. Okay. Were some of the reasons. So these are all the reasons behind the decline of Indus culture. And also the migration of people. Migration means movement of people from one place to another. So migration of people from southern and also to eastern direction. So these are all the reasons behind the decline of Indus culture. So it did not completely disappear and also it is continued as a rural culture. That's all. This lesson is over.